So it's another week and another reasonably priced compact SUV. This week we have the Mahindra XUV 3XO, and it's not as small as you think. Now in this review, I'm going to tell you why it belongs on your list of reasonably priced compact SUVs. First, let's break down some of its specs, like its engine. This is the highest trim level, the AX7L, the L standing for luxury, and they all come with a 1.2 litre turbo petrol engine pushing out 82 kilowatts with an option of an automatic or manual gearbox. Now, we all know in this day and age, if you don't have a turbo, you're not going anywhere fast or efficiently. So the inclusion of one in the 3XO is a real game changer, especially for its segment. I got the efficiency very, very low, between 7 to 8 kilometers with a bit of city and highway driving. But I've got it at a highest of 13 liters per 100 kilometers, which is still not that bad, but I think we could have made it a bit better. The 3XO comes with 3 driving modes, which is zip, zap and zoom. And my default was set as zip, which is Mahindra's form of eco. To change the mode, you have the convenience of a dial on the console, and you can change it from the infotainment system. While we're on the inside, let's check out the interior. I'm honestly fascinated by a few things in the cabin. For instance, the console, which keeps everything within reach, and the ride height, which actually gave me the impression that I was driving a bucky. Okay, back to the console. It's got a lot of buttons and switches, and it feels like there's a few things that are quite redundant. For instance, the air conditioning controls. You can do it from the infotainment system as well as the console. However, once you learn where everything is and what every button does, it does make life a bit easier. However, regardless of how you feel about the buttons, the coolest thing about the car interior is the use of materials and finishes. I really do like the black on black. It's very sleek, very elegant, very executive, which is what I think they were going for with the higher trim level. I love the use of the materials such as the leather and the gloss, which actually extends to the outside if you look at some of the panels. Alright, let's get some exclusive features out of the way, starting with the sound system. On the highest trim level, you get a Harman Kardon 7-speaker system, which is super configurable and has a lot of settings to play with. But the most coolest setting is the VNC, which is the Vehicle Noise Compensation setting that basically uses the internal mic to adjust the audio output to remove or to cancel out most of the road noise. The next big tech feature is the 10-inch touch infotainment system paired with a 10-inch digital cluster. The next 3 features are probably the most coolest and exclusive. You get a cooled glove box that will keep your snacks and refreshments fresh and cool, a 65-watt charger, Type-C charger, and a very neat and handy sunroof. Okay, now that we're on the outside, let's talk about some of the design elements. For instance, the front end is where I believe the designers spend most of the budget and the time, as it looks fantastic. It really screams that this car can take on whatever it is thrown in front of it, any terrain, any kind of weather condition. I really love the aggressive look of it. It's all complemented by these C-shaped lights, which is the connecting point to the bigger Mahindra family, such as the XUV 700. They all share that sort of C-shaped light kind of design. But on the AX7, you also get LED fogs, which is a nice additional touch. But let's talk about some of the bumper elements, such as the skid plate. That gives it that extra rugged feel, and I really love the front of this car. Let's head over to the side. It's nothing to write home about. It's kind of basic and bare bones in my own honest opinion, but there's 3 features I really want to point out. Firstly, these 16-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, which look fantastic. Then we head over to the mirror housing, which you'll notice has a camera, which all plays in part with the 360 view that this car is capable of. And then there's the roof racks with that floating roof hang kind of effect. And I think it's an additional feature that really gives it more personality than it really should. Alright, you guys know me, I'm a sucker for a rear, but this is quite unimpressive. I won't lie to you, it's not my favorite back. The 2 elements that I really like is the C-shaped lights that mirror the front DRLs and the light bar. The badging's nice, the skid plate is nice, the spoiler in the back is nice, but other than that, it's not all that impressive. The other thing I really don't like about it is the button to open the boot. This is such a small lip. Yeah, I'm not impressed with this back. Okay, so we're in the back seat where most teenagers like to be. Anyways, the legroom is surprisingly good. I think they sacrificed the boot space, which is not that big, to give you a bit more legroom in the back seat, which is not bad at all, I won't lie to you, because the driver is set to my position and I'm pretty tall and I still have some decent amount of legroom, although I am missing a lot of headroom. But other than that, the back seat is pretty comfortable. So in the back seat you've got 3 comforts, 1 an air vent, 2 a USB-C charger, and 3 a pull-down armrest / cup holder. The one thing I have to give props to the 3XO is its standard safety features. You've got 6 airbags all around, you've got all-wheel disc brakes, you've got park rear sensors, and you've got seatbelt warnings for each seat in the car. But for 150k more, I'm going to tell you about the safety features that you get on the AX7. Let's hit the road. So as you may have noticed, I have been mentioning that this is the highest trim level, and with good reason, because this is 150,000 Rand more than the base level. You've got blind spot monitoring, hill starts, 360 cam, rear view camera, and level 2 ADAS, which is Advanced Driver Assistance System. So yeah guys, I basically had a pretty good time with the 3XO, and there are crevices to it, there are a bit of faults, but that's like any car. I just think where it lies in its segment and what it delivers for its price point, that's up to you to decide. I think it's a really good purchase. It's really on my list of cars that I would potentially get. I'm not going to say the car is fun and energetic, because I've practically used that to describe every car I've reviewed. So I will rather say that the Mahindra is a breath of fresh air in the compact SUV segment. That's my week with the Mahindra 3XO. I really liked it. It's on my list and I'm hoping it's on yours. So with that being said, like, subscribe, and yeah, let's start a conversation in the comment section if you really like this. Stay tuned for more content, as I still have stuff from China, and I've got another South African favorite coming for you next week.